Welcome to the delight of photography. And what we've been talking about this series is enjoy your photography and get more enjoyment out of life. But what we're going to be talking about for the next few talks, well, if you wait until the end of this talk, and we'll tell you all about what we will be doing next. But right now, this particular talk is about enjoy and enhance with your photography. If you just joined us for the first time, welcome. Please click on subscribe so that you can have a look at the previous 4 talks, put them all together because they're part of this total photographic course. If you've been with us since the beginning, thank you. Thank you for staying with us, and I hope you enjoy the next series that we'll be starting soon. So let's have a look. Why do we take photographs? What makes us take photographs? We take photographs of places we've seen, things that we've seen that just seem to interest us, special places where we met with friends or something like that. We want to keep the memory. Special places which you've seen, Marble Arch, and you have special memories sometimes, like it was a freezing cold night standing here, but it was well worth it because we got some really good pictures. When you see things, animals are favorite subjects as well, and baby animals are even better subjects. Sunrises, sunsets, anything beautiful that we see, we would like to capture. And our special family events, most of them are unrepeatable, so you want to make sure you capture them. Family events. Kids growing up are fantastic, and we'd like to keep a record of our kids and our offspring as they grow up. And happy pictures of dads with kids in the beach and stuff like that, so you can remember happy memories in years to come when this little girl starts to go to university and things like that. And there are moments of pathos in life that you see just while you're traveling around, and sometimes you would like to capture that as well. And when you see things that sometimes tickle your humor slightly, like the 3 black horses, you take the picture because it's a memory you'd like to preserve. And just interesting things that you see while you're traveling. Travel photography is fantastic, and you love to record your travels. Anything interesting that you see you'd like to capture, like this diver feeding a turtle underwater, just struck me as being interesting, so you take the picture. And think about how you really enjoy using your camera, because it's important that you know how your camera works. For example, you're standing around and some kids down in front of you doing something that's really funny, you'd like to take a picture. So you take out your camera and you look at it and you think, okay, now I turn it on here, and then I take the lens cover off here, and by then the picture's gone, the kids have gone. You should make sure that you can carry your camera with you, take your camera out and take pictures without it being a big deal. Particularly with children, kids are very sharp. Here comes Aunt Maisie with her camera, run. That's what they do. You want to be able to just take your picture out, turn it on and take pictures. Whether it be a smartphone or whatever the camera might be. It shouldn't be a big event. It's just part of your life. You take your camera out, you turn it on, and you take pictures. You'll get some wonderful pictures and you'll get some messes. But it shouldn't become like a big deal. And when you're taking pictures of people, remember, everybody says, no, please don't take my picture. Please don't take my picture. Where in actual fact, they love to see what they look like on the pictures, which is why the screen on the back of the camera is great. Sometimes even with small kids that you take their picture and they come marching up, demand to see the picture on the back of the camera. In many ways, this has changed photography, the fact that you can see the picture immediately. Just a slight sidestep, raw file format, we've touched on this before, but it's important. If your camera supports it, it's great. RAW files give you far more data than JPEG, which is what the camera normally uses, which stands for Joint Photographic Experts Group. And JPEG, the camera does a lot of processing for you before you see the picture on the screen. And it always looks better than a picture taken with a RAW file. RAW file needs to be processed by you, and it's got like 4 times the amount of data, so there are all sorts of things that you can do with a RAW file. It's very flexible, it's fantastic. I shoot RAW and JPEG together all the time. Because when you take pictures like this, we've touched on this again, but just to highlight it, if you made a mistake with the exposure, with RAW you can resurrect it. The data is there in the file, you've just got to dig it out. You've just got to dig it out. And you get a picture like this, which is quite nice, but the backlighting has made it very difficult. But the camera has captured everything, and that's what it can look like. And you're not adding anything. You took that photograph. You're just making sure that you can actually see that photograph. And that's important. You should be able to do it. And here again is Winston Churchill's statue, just to make the point. Behind Big Ben, the clouds are totally washed out. You can't see them, they're gone. But if you've been shooting RAW, the clouds are there. You can show them and they're there. You can do the same sort of thing if you're shooting in JPEG, but not to the same extent, because JPEGs don't have the same amount of data for you to actually use when you're doing your enhancement. Again, the beach, you always tend to overexpose pictures when you're on the beach because the camera gets confused sometimes. But again, if you've been shooting RAW, you can just dig out what the picture really looked like, what the picture looked like. And with RAW, you've got the advantage. We'll talk about white balance later, next course. And with shoot JPEG, white balance is fixed. Shooting RAW, you can change white balance after the event in your computer, which gives you wonderful flexibility. And you get wonderful, delightful pictures. So you have to remember when you're shooting. You can shoot with JPEG, you can shoot with RAW. Personally, as I mentioned, I shoot them both all the time. It means I don't have to make a decision, do I need this as a RAW file or a JPEG file? I shoot them all the time. I use the JPEGs to look at because they will look really good. And if I feel like doing some enhancing, then I'll open up the RAW file and spend a bit of time. There's an awful lot that you can do with enhancement without getting hugely complicated. I prefer taking pictures just sitting in front of my computer, but I still do enhancing and I enjoy doing it. But you don't need to spend hours and hours. You can learn different, fairly simple ways of doing it. And remember to play with black and white as well. Black and white is a whole new world. And just keep taking pictures and enjoy yourselves. Some of your images might be terrible, some will be great. Enjoy taking pictures, take pictures. Get rid of the ones that don't work. And how do you get better as a photographer? You just take a lot of pictures, but a lot of pictures thinking about what you're actually doing, not just getting better every day means you get lucky because you're taking lots of pictures. Your chances of getting some kind of special picture are much improved. This particular image, this is luck, but also because I'm taking lots of pictures. You can plan this, but to capture it is total luck. That's how you get better as a photographer. And spend time looking at your photographs. Be critical of yourself. I missed the ship. I should have waited for the ship to come in. This is a bit messy, maybe around the edges. I could have tidied it up a bit. I like this one. This one works. This one's fine. I can handle this. I like this one. I like this one too. The way it's handled. Look, yes, that's good. I like it. Yeah, should the people be in the middle or on the left or on the right, or take all three and just see which works better when you actually look at them. And this is when you show the end of your slideshow. Well, takes the viewer out of the window. Go on. Take pictures at night. Experiment with your camera. Take all sorts of different pictures and just play around. with them and have a wonderful time. That's basically the end of this course, of this series of talks. Starting, if you watch, hit subscribe and you'll keep in the picture, as it were. We'll be doing about how your camera works, understanding my camera and capturing better images. That will be the next lot of talks coming up. And then that'll be followed by capturing my vision, making the most of what we see. So thank you very much for joining us. It's been really good having you. I hope you've enjoyed this and it's helped your photography. We'll start talking about more details and things in the next course. But thank you very much. Take care and goodbye.